Hi, this is a review of the order trading system activity for August 31st, 2021. We had 3 trades on that day. All 3 were buys. First trade was LC, and that is Lending Club Corporation. Tripped at 12:10 p.m. at a price of 31.50. It closed the day at 31.06, so down below its tripping price. Let's see, 12:10. So it tripped right around here, but you see it didn't go up above that, so it basically stayed stable after that. We're just underneath the tripping price. Around 12:55, 12:58. 110. So we've got almost 10-15 minutes here of positive movements. I'm going to consider it a pause because it's a solid 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes. The stock itself looked to be stable up around that price, so it looked like it may have hit a bit of a ceiling, but it's still went up above it, so there's opportunity there. We'll have a look at the indicators. Indicators look pretty good. OBV looks like a steady rise in the early morning, early afternoon, and then late afternoon it came up and stabilized too. MACD, oh sorry, looking at the wrong one. Okay, this is it. Okay, OBV, okay, here, okay, so it came up again. OBV moved up multiple times, positive, so volume was somewhat moving positive. MACD came up, so MACD was staying pretty stable too. Averages were moving up on a regular basis. DI, which is always a good one to look at because it actually shows an explicit movement direction. And you can see it came up here in the afternoon, and it came up fairly strongly, which is good, and bouncing back and forth in the early afternoon, up again. So it was moving upwards, and Bollinger Band showing the same thing, up, sideways, and that, and up. So it technically was moving positive, not strongly positive, as you can see the stock itself somewhat was moving sideways via the price activity. Next trade is NVAX. That's Novavax Incorporated, tripped at 12:55 p.m. at a price of 241. They closed the day at 238.54, up 2.28%, and you can see it's up 1.03%, which actually bring it up to its tripping price. But we have to see if there's any opportunity at 12:55. So it tripped around here. But you can see here, late afternoon, it recovered. So we're talking around 2:34, 3 o'clock, 2:34 to 3:22. Yeah, talking almost a good hour here. Beginning late afternoon, it was above its tripping price for almost an hour, so that's another positive. So we'll check to see if the indicators will show that it is moving strongly in that direction. OBV moving up regularly positive. It's bouncing back and forth, but at least it's moving positive on a regular basis. MACD is a nice steady incline. So MACD, it's good when you see MACD like this, that the averages in general are just moving up, which MACD was showing. DI showing that too. You see a little bit, and of course the other ones too showing a little bit end of day where it was moving down, which the price you could see was moving down too, but again that was right after that jump it had in the late afternoon. And Bollinger Band, same thing, showing, came up and down. So you can see from the Bollinger Band it pretty much maintained after its peak in the late morning. It maintained its peak, so you could say it somewhat hit a ceiling there and maintained it, so it somewhat was moving positive. Next trade is MRIN. That's Marine Software Incorporated. Tripped at 2:17 p.m. at a price of 662. Closing at 666, up 4.23%. That's another positive. And Look at that one. OBB, yeah, consistent moving up, especially here, 210 in the afternoon. You can see my volume was moving up. MACD, look here, you can see it shot up here in the afternoon, which is where it tripped. And a bit of a recovery. Averages came down in the late afternoon. DI, same thing, came up here, tripped positive, fairly strongly positive. You can see moving sideways a bit, back and forth between positive and negative. And when the eventual, same thing, came up and then moved sideways. But it still maintained it. The stock technically was moving positive for the day activity. So that's 3 out of 3 stocks. That's 100%. That's a good day. I'll leave it at that. Thank you.